Today we play Azurill. Ever since Azurill was released, I've been pretty intrigued by it. As a baby Pokemon, Azurill can heal any benched Pokemon for 50 damage. The obvious issue is, by the time this sort of effect is useful, Azurill is definitely also getting knocked out after attacking, and so you're just giving up a point. But I was still committed to finding a deck for Azurill, and after a viewer's suggestion, I was prompted to try it with Infernape EX. This pairing works surprisingly well together. Because Infernape discards all energy after attacking, you often need to recharge it for a turn where you can't deal any damage, unless you're building a deck around elemental switch shenanigans with Moltres, for example. And because Infernape is a stage 2 Pokemon, you can also use Lily to suddenly heal 110 damage in a single turn. Similarly, Azurill might also pair nicely with other Pokemon that discard 2 energy to attack, like Mewtwo EX or Alolan Golem, though they might be much harder to make work with than Infernape, which only needs 2 energy and can retreat for free. But if you try those out, let me know how it goes as well. In today's deck, we offer babies as sacrifice to the Infernal Ape by using Cleffa to get Infernape out as early as possible, and then Azurill to support its downtime. We can use the Fire Ape to single-handedly win us matches. Both babies are probably going down, but that's a sacrifice we're willing to make for the Fiery Primate. I also use Typhlosion here to handle Oricorio and to give us an extra push of damage against bulkier targets. I'm not claiming this is the best Infernape deck, and you can probably still improve it by making room for a Red, Guzma or Sabrina, but this deck still felt pretty good and it's the most fun I've had with Infernape. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, hype, and consider subscribing for more fun of meta decks. Is there any card you want to see played in Master Ball? Let me know in the comments and I'll build a deck around it. With that said, check this deck out in action and enjoy the games. Okay, so Alolan Exeggutor. Let's go with the research first. Got ourselves more Pokemon. There you go. Second Cleffa is not what I want, but I'll keep it in hand because of Iono. Right, this is kind of awful to see. I'm very vulnerable to red cards right now. But grass decks don't seem to run red card as often as other types of decks. For some reason. Yes, grass is slightly more off meta and that might mean they have less deck space. But yeah, I have to assume I'm losing Cleffa. So I think I'm better off with Iono instead of research. Okay, there's a Pokeball. Let's try again. Don't give me Cleffa again. I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter too much because I already have the Chimchar, but if this is Cyndaquil, I would appreciate it more, although I'm missing both rare candies. So yeah, what the heck do I do here? Just gonna Twinkly Call, thin out my deck and improve my chances of top decking the rare candy. Although Monferno is pretty good too. Okay. Seems that Iono might have taken out their evolutions. So that is potentially really good. I'm just gonna do this. Do I have any more Pokemon? I have another Chimchar and a Cleffa, I think. So let's continue to thin out the deck. 5 cards left. One of them is research as well. But yeah, at this rate, we're drawing all of our decks already. And putting this Sylveon in the front seems kind of risky, but they will probably have an evolution for the Execute. Right, and okay, this one gets one-shotted though. Memory Light? Find a friend again? But you're gonna lose Sylveon. And my Infernape actually survives your Exeggutor. And Lily, I mean, research is good enough. Right? And I'm very, very close to... Okay, I'm just gonna do this. Right? The thing is, I can't quite heal that attack in its entirety. I can heal 110 between Cleffa and Lily. But if they have Cyrus, that means they don't play the wheel. Right? I am not in a bad place here. I'd say. At worst, I lose to like a 50-50 on the Cyrus. That's not gonna do enough because of the burn. So I'm threatening to deal 160. But yeah, there comes the wheel. And what are they gonna... If they don't have the Cyrus... And I think this is kind of an awkward deck to run Cyrus in. Let's Fire Breath. We retreat. Lily there. And Azurill. So now, without the Cyrus, they just lose. And even with the Cyrus, it's a 50-50, right? I have to assume they have the second wheel in hand. They definitely do. But it's a very awkward position for them. Sabrina doesn't really do anything either. Erica doesn't do anything either because of the type effectiveness and the burn. And there you go. Had a second Lily to heal to full health again. Just Fire Breath. And Flare Blitz. GG! Okay, going first. Not too bad of a hand. Cleffa would be nice here. I mean, not that I can do much about it, but this will have to do. I can still like rare candy Infernape and retreat it for free into Cleffa, even if it gives them a point. Yeah, it definitely does give them a point because even if they don't evolve, it's like 10 plus 20 from poison. So not too great. I mean, if they have... I mean, I do have to evolve the one in the front so that I can retreat it for free. I'm just gonna go for it. If I can start getting like a Azurill and the Cyndaquil line, this can be fine. Like I'm not even too concerned about losing Cleffa. I'm more concerned if they have the rare candy Crobat here. Doesn't look like it. Okay. So yeah, I do lose a Pokemon here. That's fine. I mean, that's what the babies are for here. But I do wish I had a Azurill. Okay, this might be it actually. Even if it was the other Cleffa, it wouldn't be too bad. Let's just go for it. Especially having the Lily, I can just do this. Yeah, I get poisoned. I take like 40 from poison plus 30 there. That's gonna be a lot. But I'm also gonna be healing a lot. But at this rate, I will lose to Sabrina. So they do have it. They just got it. That will definitely make things harder. Unless I possibly get the Typhlosion. Well, research, but at this rate, I'd rather play the Lily. Right? Although I do have another research. But I think there's no way I don't play the Lily. But I can't quite easily finish this off. Even attacking for 140, it's gonna take a lot of damage. They do Sabrina, I can give them Chimchar, but I do wouldn't Sabrina now. They should probably just Sabrina next turn. But okay. They go for this, which can make sense. But I can still just retreat it, and effectively this buys me time for the Typhlosion. And actually, I should just go with the second Infernape at this rate. I'll just do this, and essentially they kind of wasted a Cyrus. I would believe if they have a second Cyrus though. If they have Sabrina, this is like what, 70 plus 20 at this rate. But if they played Sabrina and then played another Nihilego, that would be rough. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Just gonna go with this. The question is, do I Mars now? I think so. I am very, very close to the second Typhlosion though. I'm gonna keep Cleffa for Iono. There's no really no point in playing it. But yeah, this is not the cleanest. I do lose to pretty much a red. But I'm not sure if they have red. Okay, I have to go with this one. Which kind of means not attacking with it anymore. Let's try to Iono now. I don't think it does much at all. Can I afford to get hit twice? This would be 70 plus 10, right? Another 10 on my turn. So total of 90. Then another 70 with another 10. It's like 170. So I can't really power up this Infernape in time to attack with it. I think potentially a better play will be to prepare the Typhlosion. Right, if I top deck Typhlosion, I can attack with it, deal a bunch of damage, and then finish it off with the Infernape that already has one energy. But it's definitely rough. Let's see. Especially with the dark right now. This could also be risky in case I top deck the Sabrina, but that's the thing. Maybe I should have Sabrina instead of Iono. Okay, so I did top deck the Typhlosion, and that's my only chance. It's attacking with it. Now I'm threatening to win. They will need the second Cyrus. Lily is still not enough here, right? It would put them at 150, so they will go down with the burn. And there you go. That was a pretty cool match. Very nice. And Flare Blitz for the victory. GG. What was my last card? No idea. Probably second Lily, I guess. Okay, interesting. Because I'm going first, this is actually really scary. I'm gonna play these three. There's almost even an argument to going with Typhlosion instead of Infernape. But no, I think the play... just going for Infernape. Because it can retreat for free. That's massive here. And a Miltank, which is not gonna do much. Research is an amazing top deck. Monferno. Well, in this case, I can go with both. Right? And I almost even play my entire hand. No, I can. I mean, I can, but I would still spend the retreat cost, which I don't want to. Right? I could attack for 50. Actually, yeah, that's a knockout. That's a knockout with the 50 plus 20. There you go. Luckily enough. And now I can still go into the Infernape. So that's a crazy curve. Now I got hit for 10, which is irrelevant. Yeah, I feel like their biggest counter just went out in the drain. To be fair, Celebi Miltank is the heck of a weird deck. Okay. That's pretty annoying, adding insult to injury as well with the 5 heads. But this isn't really a threat, and this Weedle doesn't have energy. Right? I can just do this. I could even go with the Cleffa. I think I'm just gonna go with the Cleffa. It doesn't really matter. I can easily afford to lose a point here. Right, thinning out my deck out of more Pokemon. I still have another Chimchar and another Infernape. And then it's just all supporters pretty much. If I can get those lilies, they're in for a lot of pain. That's so weird. So they have gotten one research. I think I'll Iono just to try to mess up their hand, because I would wager there's a fair chance they already have the Beedrill. And we also get a better hand because, well, it's kind of just about the same. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for this. take out this Miltank. Well, I might be screwed if they roll heads on the paralysis though. Right, to a certain extent, Beedrill would almost be better. But the good thing is, Beedrill doesn't really do much with the energy discarding. 2 heads here is kinda weird. But it worked. Best case scenario here... Oh, so they do roll heads. That's annoying. But I'm not in an awful spot, especially with this Lily. The thing is, if they do top deck the Beedrill, I do discard this energy because I'm supposed to be retreating with Infernape, not leaving it in the active spot when it has 1 energy. So that's pretty annoying. But Burn is gonna do some work because by the time Beedrill comes online, Infernape can just finish it off in 1 hit. And at this rate, I might even get a second Infernape. But yeah, judging by their lack of... Okay, I was thinking they didn't get their Beedrill, but there it is. So yeah, that's gonna be annoying. I wish I had the second Chimchar now. Okay. This might be a Cleffa still. And it is. I'm just gonna retreat it then to Azurill. They've already used one Cyrus, so what are the chances they have another? Let's just heal with Azurill. They can't really attack with this Beedrill now, except with Cyrus. Right, so what do? Do they actually have the Cyrus? Sabrina doesn't cut it, and there you go. GG. Horsey. I don't know why, I've always kind of really loved Horsey and Seadra. Kingdra is not as cute. It is respectable though, it's like that very strong underwater dragon sort of creature. But Horsey and Seadra are cute. They're just so likable. But okay, so what do I do here? It's not a fantastic opener in terms of leading Pokemon. Ideally, we would have Cleffa here. But it's not awful either. I mean, this is the Horsey that deals 30 damage, so I'm not too comfortable with keeping the Infernape in the front, but I'm also not comfortable with going for the Azurill. So I think what we do here is actually just Lily. Right? I could sacrifice Azurill already. But I don't want to. To be fair, if they have Kingdra, that's not much better. I'm gonna take 110 and then I can't even retreat. And they do have the Kingdra. So yeah, what would you have done? Would you have retreated to Azurill right there? I was kind of hoping they wouldn't have the Kingdra, but I felt like I was screwed either way. I guess it would have been better to retreat with Azurill. I mean, in this case. And I have to go with the Lily as well. I mean, Lily does buy me another turn. It's not amazing. But it's something, I guess. If I can somehow still knock out this Kingdra, but at this rate, I won't really have a good way of doing that unless I get the Cyndaquil right now. Right? That's my only hope, is getting the Cyndaquil. because I doubt they will have a second Kingdra in time. So all hope is relying on this research. Or I could Iono, but the research is better right now. I actually got it. To be fair, Typhlosion isn't gonna do that much damage just yet. I could almost be better off hoping for a second Infernape. Right? What the heck do I do? I mean, I think I should still go for the Cyndaquil, because that is the guaranteed one I have. But yeah, probably a big misplay right at the start, not sacrificing the Azurill. Although maybe I would have lost if I had gone with that, because they would get 1 point from the Azurill and then my Infernape would still get trapped. Right? Or would the Infernape been able to one-shot that? I'm not even sure. Let's buy time with the Azurill here just to see what we get. Because right now I would also need the Monferno to get to the second. Not great. Can go in with Magma Punch. Threaten to finish it off, but then Suicune finishes me off. I do have no, I don't even have more lilies. So that's it. I mean, yeah, I guess this is a particularly bad matchup just because Kingdra has so much HP and well, it's water against fire. I probably misplayed that there somewhere, but I'm not sure if ultimately I would have still been able to win with or without misplays. So yeah, you know, all in all, I think it was still fair match. Well played, GG, and yeah, now I take 100 damage from Suicune. Because yeah, like against Kingdra or any Pokemon that has like 170 HP, I think that's gonna be particularly rough for this deck to handle. Because unless you get Typhlosion and Infernape both super early and you can chip down with the burn damage, like you're gonna have to spend so many turns just attacking twice with Infernape. Sometimes that's going to be possible, especially with the Lily Azurill duo. But in this case in particular, even with the Kingdra trapping me and I can't even retreat to Azurill, that's definitely going to be very rough. Okay, Electabuzz. I would be very surprised if they're not running Memory Light with this. Because Electivire seems really cool with Memory Light, like most of these Pokemon that charge themselves with energy. Okay, so I'm gonna go with Pokeball first, max my chances of getting Infernape. Cyndaquil is pretty good too. There you go. Ooh. That is amazing, actually. I'm just gonna go with all of these. And retreating to Cleffa. Twinkie Call. And this is perfect. One step closer to the Typhlosion as well. And yeah, like this Electabuzz is already going down. And I'm pretty much expecting a concede here. There you go, Flare Blitz. Finishing off this Electabuzz. Now, I can just go back to Cleffa because They are not threatening any damage. Can go back to Cleffa, get myself the Typhlosion. Potentially. I still have another Infernape as well in the Monferno. So yeah, but next turn they still only have 3 energy, and I think Electivire only deals like 80 plus 40, something like that. 80 when it has 2 or 3 energy, and then 120 when it has 4, but I'm not sure. Is it 60 plus 60? Probably 80 plus 40. Or 40 plus 80. I don't even remember. I could check that really quick. Oh. So it is 40 plus 80. Okay, but yeah, with the Volkner. But that is kind of weird. Because I just delete these. Okay, I was even gonna use the Typhlosion and all, but yeah, I'll just delete that. Take 110, and then the fun would begin because I would heal for exactly 110 with Lily plus Cleffa. So that was gonna be really sweet, and then just one shot the Magnezone, which even if they have the giant cape, I would have the Typhlosion. So GG.